All right. Howdy, howdy. Afternoon. It was 3:40 down there. I was just going to head out to the ranch, but thank you to those of you who passed that along to me about I had to break out the Jenga Continues on the heels of yesterday's train wreck. Still digesting that one. How's everybody doing? Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, Ms. Fox says, is the emergency alert. Great. Green Bastard, how you doing? It will be done by 11:30 each day to make up for overtime. Well, they couldn't end on the note that they did. And it did have its effect. Like, I noticed that myself. I mean, I had a horrifically horrible taste in my mouth, but it subsided a little bit, which is why they did the way they did, right? They couldn't end it the way they did. No reasonable judge would ever do anything like that with 20 minutes left, ram a witness in there at the last moment. No, absolutely not. So that was the whole psychological tactic behind it, and drowned other crap. It's not that you'll forget, but it'll just numb it a little bit, even though it's really bad. You have to keep revisiting it. Alert ready, blah blah blah. Yes, alert. Nosy Scotian, hello. Mark Evans, Linda, just say up yours. Brenda, Glenby, Christiana, afternoon. Math for next week, 6,200. Oh, I think it's way more than that. Sharon, how you doing? I was thinking about you this morning. I was like, maybe I should call and see if she's doing okay. Then I was like, no, I don't want to bug her. And anyway, I was thinking about you quite legitimately. So, in a good way, of course, friendly way. Just want to make sure that you're doing okay. So if you can, not so good. I don't even know how to respond to that. Pissed. Yeah, a lot of people very angry. Very angry. It must have been horrible to witness that too. I'm going to put something together maybe about that. Well, I need to. Anyway, so I was about to head out the door, but of course, the Jenga came in. It's gotten a little dusty. I don't clean it off. Hello, dear. Just, keep it real. Posting Hawk Analytics cell phone, MCC now. They already have data. Celebrate those phones. Full data, digital. Yeah. I mean, Celebrate is really easy. So this is the way, this is the tactic to use then, of course, is we just say, oops, I need to spend more time with my family. I'm just starting to go through the big stop one. There was another dump again yesterday, so those of you who are keeping track of that and doing all that, I think there's 1,155 files now. I haven't even gone through those. But like I said, it's just going to be a quick video because I do have to head out the door. But very big news. News release. Head of provinces, dependent police oversight body, retiring. Don't you know? May 6th. Wonder if that has anything to do with yesterday. Let's see. I'm sure it has something to do with his kids or more personal time or some balls. Felix Cashillon, director of Nova Scotia's CERT, Serious Incidents Response Team, will retire at the end of May. Oh my. He's going out quick. He's got like 3-week notice. The former Nova Scotia Supreme Court Justice has been in a position with long hair. Has been in position, not that I have a problem with long hair, obviously, for more than 4 years, following 32-year career on the bench and 11 years practicing criminal law. Wow, he got his bench appointment very quickly. I didn't know that. I want to thank retired Justice Cashillon for his service to the people of Nova Scotia and his outstanding leadership heading the shit, said Attorney General and Justice Minister Brad Johns. This character I'm not familiar with, which I should be. The knowledge and skills he brought to his position cemented the shit's reputation. Oh, that's not good. Reputation as a highly regarded civilian-led police oversight body. Where's that? Did I have the GIF or something that I used to put out about the shit? No. It's not civilian-led at all. It's not independent at all. All of them are, I can't remember, 5 members. Halifax, RCMP, retired. Anyway, the process to hire a new director. You have very short time. An interim director will be appointed. I still get news alerts about that old guy. What was his name? Pat Curran. In the coming weeks, to allow the province time to appoint a permanent director. Good. Shit investigates all matters involving death, serious injury, sexual assault, and domestic violence, and other matters of public interest that arise from the actions of any police agency across the province. In addition to the director, SHIT comprises 4 investigators. Those are all police. It was very independent, don't you know? And an administrative support person. Quote, I have thoroughly enjoyed my tenure at SHIT. I am grateful for having the opportunity to serve the people of Nova Scotia. I have witnessed firsthand the dedication, professionalism, and integrity of the investigators who work hard to ensure Nova Scotians have the utmost. Where's my glasses? I can't read that word. Can't say that, can it? Oh my goodness, it says trust and confidence in the investigation of serious incidents involving police. Oh, no. Not that we haven't reviewed that at length. Ooh. Felix Cashillon set to retire. Let's see what his reasoning is. Head of police. I didn't know about that damn tape. Where was that? Those people on YouTube. Head of police watchdog. Search of replacement in very quick succession underway. Oh, there he is. We'll cut his hair some. It's an old photo. The search has begun for the head of the Serious Incidents Response Team, the Nova Scotia Police watchdog that also investigates allegations of police wrongdoing in New Brunswick and PEI. Oh, no. Everybody gets thrown under there. Just don't live in Onslow. Oh. Those files are very telling. The Onslow one is quite telling. And the fact that you have to investigate every single thing, there's problems. They're not telling you what the third investigation is, I think. The current director at former Nova Scotia Supreme Court, remember, there was a third investigation. They said they kicked it back to the RCMP, but I don't know. Nova Scotia Supreme Court Justice, one and the same, Felix Cashillon, will retire at the end of May. Quote, I have thoroughly enjoyed my tenure. Okay, so he's going on with his balls. Did he say it or did he write it? I'm sure he wrote it. Cashillon has been in charge of CERT for 4 years. That's after 11 years. Okay, so basically it's just republishing we get the province of CERT does roughly 25 investigations in the coming weeks. Well, you don't have very long, Johns, to get in there. In 2021, CERT signed an agreement allowing to perform investigations in all 3 maritime provinces. Oh, export it. Previously, CERT investigated allegations involving police as requested by the New Brunswick and PEI governments. Those duties should begin by the end of the year. Oh, no. So this comes in the heels of the Onslow testimony yesterday, which was clearly conflicting problems. And I saw Daryl on TV last night. Good for him, being very vocal. You have to be brave, and good for him. This is tough stuff. Now, before I head out the door, I'll read your comments, and then I'll head out the door. I did want to, for those of you who aren't aware or want to go back and refresh a little bit, where's this? Is this my channel? I don't know. Because the story is very complex. You've got Ronnie involved in here. Ronnie McDonald, which is Felix's predecessor and the founder of the shit, first director of it, who was then exported to BC. Everything back in BC. So let's see. What did I call that? Happy Meals? Happy Wheels of Justice. What's going on here? Oh, it's private. Why is it private? That's temporarily unavailable. Odd. Okay, I'll have to go back and see what that's all about. Maybe I'll have to re-upload it. I went through, so I did 2 videos back to back about BC. One called back to BC, I think. And they banned another one. Back to the West Coast. That was one. And that was kind of, what did I even do in that? I don't remember. I don't even know what I do. Sad. Oh, yes, I was going off into Bergerman and the connections over there. And then they banned the video about Kevin McLaughlin. They didn't like that video. I know Oh Dear got it. Somewhere. But yeah, the investigation out there, all the I hit stuff, there's a lot of stuff. It's very complicated. And I'm sure after yesterday, everybody probably needs a little break. But and I'll figure out what's going on with that Happy Meals video. Happy Wheels of Justice, I think they called it. There was some really good stuff in there too. I don't know what's going on with that. It is here, but for some reason something's not working. I explain about the connections between BC and their independent body out there, because Ronnie goes out there and then does that one. Oh no. And I should do an update on that about Gately, Brian Gately. And that's a terrible story. Maybe I'll just give a little bit of background before I go to. Is this the latest one? They're not very interested in talking about it, let's say. He's heading up IHIT, I think now. He retired, of course. Just like Felix. Where's Felix off to now? The Westerfeld story. Does anybody know the Westerfeld story? Celebrate. That's why I go on and on about Celebrate, because of this one. Former RCMP officer files civil defense in connection with Lake Country murder case. Really sad story. It's been more than 5 years since Arlene Westerfeld died while canoeing with her husband in Lake Country. Go away. With her husband in Lake Country, but the story surrounding her death continues to unfold. Former RCMP officer Brian Gately has now filed response to the lawsuit launched against him by Arlene's family. In the days after Arlene's body was pulled from Okanagan Lake, Gately took her cell phone and had another officer crack it using RCMP resources. Celebrate. Gately, we don't. What is that? We don't know anything about that. Sometimes, Gately said that Bert told him. Bert is the husband of Arlene. Bert told him that he wanted pictures from his last day with Arlene. The two men say their wives were working together and they knew each other as casual acquaintances, although Arlene's family believes they were good friends. According to court documents, the phone was hacked and returned to Bert before a murder investigation against him had been launched. Funny. Sound familiar? Evidence? Stuff. Civil response filed by the government says that 4 days after Arlene's death, Gately called Sergeant Craig Andrechuk, who was an investigator on the case and is also named in the lawsuit. Gately allegedly told Andrechuk that he had been friends with the couple for years and he'd never seen any evidence of violence or abuse between them. The government's civil response also claims that Andrechuk told Gately that the RCMP had no reason to seize Arlene's cell phone because at that point it was still non-criminal investigation. Superintendent, you see, white shirts. Superintendent Gately directed one of his subordinates to unlock Arlene's cell phone using a program called what? Oh, the one I always drone on about. Celebrate. Straight out of the... Todd, are you in here? The government's response reads, as part of the unlocking process, Celebrite also examined the cell phone and created a copy of its cell phone record, cell phone's contents, you know, like GPS and all that shit, like everything, like you can't delete it, which the subordinate retained in compliance with the RCMP policy for Celebrate usage. In February 2019, an internal RCMP conduct investigation found that Gately engaged in potential conflict of interest and misused RCMP IT equipment according to the government's civil response. But Gately disputes that. In court documents filed this week, he says that there was only a perception of a conflict of interest. You know, like the ones down there, some of them that are starting to pile up. He also claims police force found that unlocking the phone was an isolated incident which did not result in personal gain, so no sanctions were imposed against him. In fact, Superintendent Gately was the catalyst for the RCMP learning that Burt had been untruthful during his initial interview with the RCMP. Gately's civil response reads, "Oh no, you have to know this story to understand. In the court documents, the former Mountie denies trying to influence the investigation into Arlene's death or having a personal interest in the outcome of it." Right. Oh, he resigned from the force in March 2019. A month later, Burt Westerfeld was charged with Arlene's second-degree murder. That's because her family was like, and is, extraordinarily dogged about this one. Nearly 3 years after his death, or after her death, my apologies, Burt has always maintained his innocence. What is it? What is the interview? I can't remember. What does he say? He sits there for a moment. Pardon? Oh. Burt has always maintained his innocence. The allegation against him has never been proven. The charge was stayed 2 months before it was supposed to head to a preliminary inquiry. In a civil response, Gately claims the stay on the murder charges has nothing to do with the actions. Shortly after resigning from RCMP, he picked up a new job in policing with BC's anti-gang agency, IHIT. The same officer who signed his conduct investigation, and I mean, that's all, it's all intermingled, right? John Robin, IHIT. This is all related. It's a very nasty, deep swamp. And this is only the tip. In the civil suit, Arlene's family alleges the former Mountie tried to shut down the investigation into her death. They are seeking damages. Gately denies the allegation, claims the family has not suffered any losses. You know, like, no, Mr. O'Brien, we're moving on. The family has not suffered any losses. Really? Okay, because of his actions. Again, that's not proven yet. But the swamp gets deeper if you put in stuff like about, the divorce lawyer, how they were. Civil court case, go away, to cases to move forward in Lake Country woman's death. Recently filed civil court documents are shedding new light into the events that unfolded around the time of the death of a Lake Country woman whose husband was later charged with second-degree murder. When Arlene Westerfeld's body was pulled from Okanagan Lake a day after canoeing with her husband, Burt Westerfeld, authorities treated her death as an accident. While Arlene's family suspects Burt was killed his wife, excuse me, has always maintained his innocence. Despite her family's call of foul play, it wasn't until Arlene's divorce lawyer stepped forward that Mounties had a closer look at the case. The identity of the divorce lawyer has always been a mystery to Arlene's family until now. Oh, they didn't want to tell who the divorce lawyer was. The RCMP knew. Didn't want to tell them. A judge ordered the RCMP to release Arlene's divorce lawyer's name after the family council argued that their evidence is crucial to a lawsuit launched against Burt. However, because attorney-client privilege continues, even after death, Arlene's family will still need to file another application requesting for the divorce lawyer's evidence to be heard in court. But it was already in place, but the RCMP wanted to add another layer of, no, you can't get there. The lawsuit alleges that Burt killed his wife and is arguing that he should not have inherited Arlene's assets. Burt denies killing Arlene and is arguing that her mother, who launched the lawsuit was not even an alternate beneficiary in the will. His lawyer also arguing in that the court has a duty to protect solicitor-client privilege unless the client waives it. Cody Armour, Burt's lawyer, declined an interview. However, he said that Mounties weren't opposing the release of Arlene's divorce lawyer's name. They just wanted a judge to sign off on it. Although Burt Westerfeld was charged with second-degree murder nearly 3 years after Arlene's death, the Crown suddenly stayed the charge and the case never went to trial. The family believes the reason for this decision could partly be because some officials were hoping to cover up the actions of what? Oh, a senior Mountie connected to the case. Gately. Superintendent Gately. Where is he at these days? There's all kinds of good stuff about this. And I know I have something fairly recent about this one too, because there was a big break in this stuff. I don't think it was that one. It just doesn't stop, you know. Oh, yeah, okay, I'll read that one afterwards. Then Inspector Brian Gately was an acquaintance of Burt's, accused of interfering in Arlene's death investigation and having a cell phone hacked using RCMP resources. The civil documents filed by the government claim that Gately told Sergeant Craig Anderchuk, who was also named in the civil suit, that he was friends with him for a couple of years. Never seen any evidence, of course not. According to, that violence stuff, that women violence stuff. According to the court documents, before Gately helped Burt unlock the phone, he called Anderchuk to confirm or not the RCMP had any interest in Arlene's cell phone data. Hey, are you interested in that? And the investigation, it is a stew. It is really an interesting one to watch. They drugged their feet. They did all kinds of things, farted, and files just sat around. Sergeant Anderchuk responded to the that the RCMP had no reason to seize Arlene's cell phone, review it, or deny access to it, since at this point the RCMP were assisting the coroner in a non-criminal investigation. According to Civil Response, Gately, one of his subordinates, to unlock Arlene's cell phone using Celebrite. As Superintendent Gately's directions, the subordinate then returned the cell phone to Bert along with the passcode. Here you go, Bert. Have a boo with the phone. In case there's something on there you don't want. RCMP later initiated an internal code of conduct. Like the one that Brown, possibly Melanson, were acquitted of. Again, innocent, but that's the way it goes. Investigation against Gately, according to government civil response to one in February 2019, RCMP found Gately had engaged in potential conflict. Civil response, okay, and now there's been an update on this one, which I think is probably worthy to read. Go away. Coroner to reopen case into BC woman's drowning during 2016 canoe trip with husband. It didn't go away because family didn't go away. Good for them. BC's chief coroner, Lisa Lapointe, has reopened the investigation into the 2016 death of Lakeland County woman who drowned on Okanagan Lake while canoeing with her husband. In a letter to Arlene Westerfeld's sister, Debbie Hennig, dated April 19th, Lapointe said that, quote, to ensure that the coroner service has done all that it can with respect to determining the circumstances of Arlene Westerfeld's death, the investigation has been reopened. Jurisdiction has been assigned to another coroner who will review the entirety of the investigative material and evidence gathered in the case. Oh boy. According to the letter, including the findings of initial autopsy and the autopsy review. Coroner Carolyn Maxwell has assigned to complete the review as Coroner Act permits. Chief Coroner to reopen the investigation if evidence arises or if the Chief Coroner considers it would be in the public interest. A representative from the coroner's office said in an emailed statement. In this case, the Chief Coroner has determined that it is in the public interest for another coroner to take a look at the investigative. And there's the fellow who Arlene's family hired is actually the ex-chief coroner for Nova Scotia. East Coast, West Coast. Very interesting stuff. It's just really spicy. In this case, the chief coroner has determined there's a public interest to include any additional information that may provide public's understanding of the circumstances of Arlene Westerfeld's death. A coroner investigation is independent, impartial, and objective. And the representative continued. I wonder when you have to keep saying this stuff, how independent really is it, right? You don't got to tell people. I'm not saying anything. I'm really happy, but like the RCMP over there are just burying so much. It's so complicated. The coroner does not have a vested interest in the outcome of an investigation, but will endeavor to ensure that all relevant information is gathered and considered, they said. The coroner's investigation is focused on the facts surrounding the death, specifically the identity of the deceased and when, where, how, and by what means the death occurred. Coroners have no authority to assign blame or determine fault, but are focused on establishing facts as supported by evidence. Hennig said that in statement falls short when the family wanted, given that Maxwell's appointment means that this review is not independent of the coroner's service. Quote, while I appreciate Chief Coroner Lapointe's willingness to allow a review, I'm afraid that an internal review, see, it's just that word. Foulness. review is meaningless and it cannot be independently address questions surrounding various acts and omissions by BC Coroner Service, said Hennig. Quote, given all the concerns that surround this case, the only way to ensure meaningful independent review is for this to be done by anatomical forensic pathologist outside of British Columbia. Just like your guy's stuff down there, it's got to be outside, like outside of, I'd say, the Nova Scotia judicial system. No, it's just got to be removed. Bring in people from out of country who have no ties to anything, and the families appoint. Not a member of Lisa Lapointe's own team behind closed doors, an external expert pathologist can provide objective opinion that includes an honest assessment of the BC coroner's work and findings. Only then will justice be seen to be done. Fair, right? There's Bert and Arlene. Arlene Westerfeld, 56-year-old nurse, spent her final moments June 26, 2019, with her husband Bert Westerfeld in their canoe on Okanagan Lake. Bert claimed that they were paddling back to their vehicle when the boat tipped over and Arlene disappeared. The next day, the RCMP pulled Arlene's body from the lake. Bert told police it was accidental drowning, though the closest to her never believed it. Arlene's mother, sister, and friends said that Arlene was a good swimmer who was comfortable on the water and always wore a life jacket. She was not wearing one when she died. They expressed those concerns to the sergeant on the case, who in turn spoke with the coroner, RCMP sergeant, June 30th, 2016, and updated him on the allegations of foul play, according to the court filings. Of course, who is in charge there? Oh, that would be Gately. The coroner did not request an autopsy. As the circumstances were consistent with the sudden event, that followed by a medical emergency. At least it's not a mechanical disruption. And an autopsy would not advance things, the government wrote in its civil response. Government doing investigation on government, talking to government, who is not even our employees anymore. Not long after, Arlene's divorce lawyer stepped forward. Yay! Good man. And contacted the RCMP and told them that she was his client. RCMP then opened a suspicious death investigation, retook custody of Arlene's body, and then ordered you got to put that there, and then ordered an autopsy. April 2019, Bert was charged with the death. Don't do the autopsy, but then, do the celebrate. No, okay. Hey, Bert, how's it going? Like Bob having drinks. Oh, God. He was scheduled to stand trial for second-degree murder, but the charge was stayed. And the charge in July 2019, charge expired. Crown said the decision was based on, quote, new evidence. Now we're into the judicial crap. In the aftermath of that decision, Bert spoke with Global News. He said that he and Arlene had disagreements over their 34-year relationship and said that the overwhelming majority of their time together was, quote, wonderful. Quote, Arlene and I had our ups and downs. When it came to it, there's nobody I'd rather travel with than Arlene, Westerfeld said in May 2021. Great interview. Go watch it. You're feeling like a break from Nova Scotia. Good stuff. There's nobody I'd rather hike with than Arlene. There's nobody I'd rather bike with than Arlene. Pardon? Or sorry, it's not I hit. It's CFSU. I think he's, the motorcycle gang unit. Let's see here. Oh, I'm on the wrong page. Why is this not? It's not working. Yeah, I believe he's over at CFSU now. Assistant Kevin Hackett. Okay, I know him. Anyway. Okay. Let's see here. Get some of your comments, and then hello. Oh dear. Posting Hawk Analytics. Okay. Yeah, especially smart TV. What are they looking for? Netflix has access to your Twitter account DMs. I mean, it's all just people are going to figure out the tech is just balls. Run away from it fast. Michael Scott asked about internal conduct review. Caught up with Cashillon. Run away. Hello, Todd. There's Todd. Hey, Todd. Run away with while things are getting good. What was I looking up today? An anecdote came up. Brad Johnson. Peter. Hey, Peter. How's it going? Ombudsman's also retired. Oh, okay. Quote, official appointed to investigate individuals' complaints. Now, I'm going to give it another Jenga. Oh, that'll be my girlfriend. Just hold on one moment. Oh, what is going on here? What a crock of shit, says Linda. Okay, sorry. I'm interested in that. Complaints against maladministration? Okay. Especially that of public authorities. Okay. Name? Ombudsman's name? What a crock of shit, says Linda McDonald. You guys, I'm telling you, I just have to endure so much. Wade, the scrapper, is here. Hello. And Terry. Are they accepting resumes? Resumes. Who knows? Can you hit signs? Gives Lee Bergerman. Where is Lee these days? Anyways, I'm not exactly sure. Donna, hello. Sorry, sarcasm. No, it was unknown. I didn't really pick up on it. I think I know your sarcasm. We have good sarcasm. Todd's got great sarcasm too. NS44, hello. Just say up yours. Think he meant to say screw the people of Nova Scotia. Isn't that a nice pre-written thing? No one in their right minds trusts the police in Canada, their actions the last few years. It's our police, our employees, very terrible. Lynn McGrath, hello. Thumbs. Okay. All thumbs. You just don't use them to do pulses. Brachial, femoral. They're terrible. You watch Bergerman, will get the job. It's cert. Oh. Oh, wouldn't that just be a big finger to everybody? You can't beat them, join them. That's not funny, sadly. Wish I could laugh. I'm not so humorous, though. If Heidi really fired a gun 14 times, would need to be investigated by CERT. Through a windshield? Really? Okay. CSIS, you probably wouldn't get through depot. Oh, CSIS would, if you're speaking to Todd, he definitely would get through depot. Truth and all. Definitely. Hard to believe we are starting into year 3 and they're still writing the narrative. This is how things go. Look at Arlene's case. You know, Wortman probably got transferred to Vancouver. Who knows? Grinder! What's going on, buddy? I don't trust here in Alberta after years watching K-Division. You want K-Division? You like K-Division? K-Division's interesting. Got all kinds of stories on them, too. You guys can take my brain if you want it one time. And I can just hang out at the ranch. Linda M., nice to see you. Freckles. Finally finished yesterday's video. That was a long day. And I mean, yeah. To know the things that families and other victims in this know. And see what's unfolding in front of them. Yeah, that's got to be really traumatic to have them not matching up. Jamie, heart-wrenching, absolutely disgusting. Back to West Coast. Yeah, Surrey 6. Bacon's back out there again, too. Notice that. Past Lucky Buffet thumbing, and she's thumbing through it. Oh, yeah. What was I reading about her? The Matt lady was out again. She's formerly in the media. Maureen Wheeler, MCC, pocket dial me at 10:20. It was dead to the world. I am in her head, rent free. Well, I don't know. Is that a good thing or a bad thing? I'm not sure. So horrible for the families. Strawberry, hello. Okay, I'm really far behind in comments here. Ministry of Public Safety. Oh, Jesus. Well, you see, they just build the bureaucratic machine that it is, the RCMP is, which I probably could realistically say I understand about 2%, which I understand a fair amount, probably more than a lot of people do. And I don't understand anything. I mean, they just have all these lofty titles and don't do anything. God knows what they're doing. Happy trails. Was Todd enjoy the ranch? Okay. You got to go. All right. Take care, green bastard. There's all these politicians. We represent the people. Really? Okay. 5,600. Oh, they get paid more than that. Don't worry. It's like artwork and shit. Yeah. Give me a second. Uncle Blazer, MLK Ultra. Hello, Uncle Blazer. Sarah, have I missed much since March? I'll let other people answer that. I would say yes. Nikki, hello. Okay, so they demoted them. I put that tweet out. I retweeted that, and I feel badly because I didn't get a chance to verify that. And anyway, my apologies. I don't like to be wrong about information. Nova Scotia police chiefs have voted to demote RCMP from full membership to associates, just released by Frank. So, I don't know, did Frank say something about it? Thanks for all the sharing and stuff. I really appreciate it. The story's got to get out there. Well, let's see. Frank, do we have some tweeter action from the Frankie? Frank, I think I'm going to get in trouble. You're good to get in trouble. Okay, let's see. Where are we? What's happening here? Okay. Finally, a better understanding of the tension between RCMP and Nova Scotia Association of Police Chiefs. According to this email sent to the membership of the RCMP Police Union. Oh, good. MPF. Where's the, what's her name? Todd likes her a lot. What is her? Najda or Jesus? You have any questions? One yesterday. I think they knew just to stay out. They're throwing people under the bus now. NSAPC recently voted to strip the RCMP of full membership, demoting them to associates. I mean, how shameful. Hello, blank. Nova Scotia exclusionary decision during the latest. Thank you, by the way, Nikki. Thank you very much. I would have missed this one too. Meeting of Nova Scotia Chiefs of Police Association, May 4th. A motion was presented and adopted to demote, so the day before testimony. That's great. To demote the RCMP to from full to associate membership of the association. The decision means that Nova Scotia RCMP can no longer vote or hold executive membership or executive leadership positions within the association. This change took effect immediately. Just like they're getting booted out of BC, probably already gone from Surrey. Alberta, it looks like, they're not in people's good books. And yet they still keep forging ahead with their garbage, same old, same old. Time to grow up. This sudden and short-sighted decision, oh, really? That's nice. Now I start being derogatory. At the time when Nova Scotia police are under increasing scrutiny and damaging and shatter our shared goals to current and future interagency relationships. Oh, do you know what that is? That's the threat. They're threatening them. That's horrific. These people. You want to use our lab? You want that? You demoted us. Interagency relationships. You want help on investigations? In response, MPF submitted a letter. Oh, God. To the President, Canadian Association of Chiefs of Police, expressing our disapproval of this decision and counters of efforts towards collaboration. Is that like shoulder-to-shoulder collaboration? Like Leather referred to it? We walk shoulder to shoulder. Work shoulder to shoulder. What was it? Some balls. No apology. Yep. What was that? That was yesterday. I really apologize. Yep. Efforts of collaboration, other police services in this province is created. This will create more barriers on several important issues. Who built them? Related to public safety and improve. Oh, good. Well, were you safe to begin with? Would be the question. All police services and effectiveness. We keep we will keep you informed of ongoing communication developments in this file. Wow. Okay. Jeez. Louise. Thank you, Nikki. Thank you very much. So we're in the WEF, RCMP Intelligence Agency. Oh, God. Ortis. Ortis drinking buddies with Bob, pulling strings in the background. Bob. There's nobody I'd rather see drown than Arlene. I won't. No. Bert is innocent until proven guilty. But yeah, like I said, if you ever want to take a deep dive, I will go into like the bigger story at some point, how it's all intertwined. But connection between that story, what's the connection? Hopefully I've gone over that a little bit. Back up. It's like these. Oh, it sounds like I've got to get running here. Hello, TikTok. Can Matt Bowes please follow Old Felix? The coroner who investigated, he did Swiss Air 111, and was brought in by Arlene's family, the old coroner for Nova Scotia. He's a really good guy. I should put his video out. Very good. Very honest. I think I found it. Anyway, Ottawa got outed for having RCAF intelligence flying over the convoy. Yeah. Isn't that Trudeau? And he was using the F-bombs. Intel plane, you mean drone? Well, look at our leader. Body mouth. By the way, I can put on a suit and tie. I do have manners. But I'm comfortable with my family here, right? So apologies to anybody who is offended. Posted a few more comments underneath the tweet. Mounties made mistakes. Just took off. Upsetting. So hard on the families. Under this lie, guise, deception of trauma-based. Only that means in our world, bizarro world, the exact opposite. Trauma-inducing. Did manage have a little chat with one of the families, lawyers about Beau's history. Plastic macaroni salad. Again, the shame is making a comeback. I'm going to do whatever minuscule little part in that to help people not forget. When you apologize and you come clean about stuff, then everybody's okay. Now, that's all. When is Fahey's partner Coleman going to appear at the MCC? And are all of them going to appear? And when will the lawyers be allowed to ask them questions instead of being muzzled and having to screen their questions? In which case, then the whole thing is just a fucking show, right? Horrible. Anyway, just wanted to bring you up to speed. Do hope. Look at the day, eh? It's really beautiful. That's why I got to get out of here. Do hope you have a fantastic, well, I don't know when I'll join you next, but you'll see me soon. God bless you. Thank you ever so much for all of your hard work. We're really lucky to have each other and take care of each other. Please take care of yourselves. And as always, God bless the 23.